All right, everyone, welcome to today's time with me. All right, so today I want to share something very profound with you. All right, so it's about the cartoon industry. All right, so if you're a marketer or if you're someone in business or you're a content creator, I want you, I want to urge you to try this cartoon system too and see how it works. All right. Okay, so all right, so I want us to look at something very, very important here. And that is cartoon animation. Cartoon animation. Yeah. That is what I call it. Okay. So, we are looking at the power of cartoon. Okay, the power of cartoon videos. Okay. So this is very, very interesting topic. And also to take us a look at it. All right. Okay. Um, all right. So you are welcome to this training. So we are talking about the power of cartoon. Okay. So growing up, you and I. All right. So before that, let me say a little about myself. Okay. So who am I? All right. So my name is Bernard. All right. My name is Bernard Mboka, and I got into digital marketing, digital product marketing like most people. I wanted the freedom of earning income online without the hassle of creating content of fulfilling orders and handling customers and all those. Well, back then I was working with a furniture company that was paying me a minimum wages of 200 Ghana cedis per week. All right, so it was something that I was managing though, right? But I decided to do something for myself. Okay, so I decided to do something for myself, and I that was how I end up in AI video creation. Okay. I mean, I end up in creating cartoon videos for people and it's work, all right. So cartoon videos is something that I want you to take a look at. If you're a business owner or if you are doing business or any other thing, I want you to take this, watch how this can help you. All right. So things change along the way. I started promoting high ticket digital products. All right, some of them, like I said, I got involved in this cartoon and things. I did a lot of my digital marketing stuffs. Okay, all right. I stayed from hit and run businesses. Most of the businesses that I did online, some of them just spend my money. I mean, a lot of scammers came along the way to do their things. Well, so I decided to do something different. Okay, I decided to choose a niche that I would do for my something that I would do for myself, So I've mastered this AI, this cartoon system, and then it works. It works for me. All right, so let's jump straight into this. Let's jump straight into this cartoon thing that I'm talking to you about today. So we are talking about the power of cartoon, the power of cartoon in marketing. Okay, the power of cartoon in marketing. All right, so how to create cartoon videos, how to create videos for yourself. So, how to create an awesome and animated video clip that will get you noticed and your message heard with zero prior or know how. So, today we are looking at why are cartoons so powerful? Why are cartoons so powerful? Okay. Have you ever found yourself wondering? Have you ever found yourself wondering, like watching a cartoon where mouse talk, elephant talk, like elephant flies, penguins, and all those things? Okay, and you'll be like, and you are seeing all this and you're like, what's this all nonsense? What's all this thing about? Because you are wondering why all these things. Today, I'm going to share with you, okay, how you too can create this kind of videos for yourself. Why are cartoons so powerful? All right, why you'll be asking yourself. So you know that where did you'll be asking yourself all these things. Why is this thing possible? Where did all these things come out? Okay, so you'll be wondering. Actually, no. The likelihood is that you have been. The likelihood is you have never been bothered by how impossible a cartoon was. Alright, why? It's because something magical happens when you watch a cartoon video. Psychologists have a fancy name for it, and they call it suspension of disbelief. Okay, it is a special source that stops you from asking critical questions such as, can this actually happen? Is this really possible? Does this make any sense? All right. So let's say from childhood, you and I, we were programmed to love cartoons. Okay, we were conditioned through childhood to love cartoons. Most of us watch cartoon videos as children and still do this today. Okay, and then we have associated this with childish and non-business and more importantly, non-sales related matters. Okay, so imagine using something like this in your marketing. Okay, basically you have been conditioned to accept cartoons. Basically, we have been conditioned to accept cartoons as a non-threatening form of communication, and we absorb their messages very differently. I mean, we absorb it different way, okay? All right, we do it like we don't accept it like if it was a real human being that is talking to you, and how cartoon you are that same information if it is presented to you in a cartoon form, you see that like it will sound different. All right, so let's look at it. Basically, you have been conditioned to accept cartoon as a non-threatening form of communication, and we absorb their messages very differently compared to the jack keep your guard up attitude typically adult. All right, so it's lower your guard. A cartoon encourages you to lower your guard and stop asking grown-up questions like, do I like this package? Am I familiar with this brand? Do I have any prior experience with this vendor? This is where cartoon videos such as this is where cartoon becomes such a powerful marketing tool. All right, by eliminating critical instincts for even just a few moments, we open ourselves to new messages. To illustrate what I mean, take a look at the next image. with each other and be out. All right, so to illustrate what I mean, look at this next image with each and be all right. So let's proceed. Let's proceed to the next. Okay, so this is the image I'm talking about. Okay, when you look at this image carefully, what comes into your mind? You say, "Wow, this is a camera, right? Someone probably is taking a picture. You see, look at this camera. You be like, yeah, this is a camera. Okay. So now, but let's look at the next one. So when you see something like this, so wow, what a bit of a monster. Seeing the big picture, okay? Seeing the big picture. My grown-up mind details oriented approach to image two made it virtually impossible to see any kind of great message someone may want to convey. I'm too caught up with the details to see the big picture. Using the cartoon format add a level of abstraction to a message that allows you to ignore petty details and concentrate on the bigger message someone may want to convey. All right. So let's look at this picture. Let's look at this. Okay. So power of tool. It harnessing the power of cartoon can help you create high impact message that speak to prospect in a way virtually no other medium can. Because one, you are speaking to them via a channel they are conditioned to associate with fun and childhood, and most definitely not business and sales. So their guard is down and they have massive more retentive. And then the point two is that the added level of abstraction allows them to focus on the image rather than petty detail, so they can actually evaluate the real benefit. If you did not like your audience to take note of what you have to say, there are few better ways than creating a cartoon to convey your message. All right. So let's look at these pictures here. A cartoon allows you to present an idea or a product in a non-threatening or non-saucy, non-pushy way because after all, it's just a cutie cartoon. So let's look at these images here. All right, you can see Tinubu and like you can see him here. All right, so you can see all these things. These are cartoon images. So this look like you won't feel offensive watching something like this. All right, you see something like this give you like you know that it's a childhood something that you have been conditioned to love it. You see, all right. So let's look at it. So solid, a solid what does or doesn't work formula. I'm here to give you a solid what does or doesn't work formula for animated video clips for whether your business or yourself, and provide a simple, incredible, effective recipe that will capture viewers' imagination, engage them, and inspire positive action towards you or your product. Okay. So the do's and the don'ts, what are they? All right, so number one, a few deniable fact. One is story sells. It is no big secret that story sells. Customers don't want to be hit over the head with product features. They want to be sold a vision of how a particular product or service will benefit them. They want to see themselves reaping rewards. Ideally, a lot of this is it can be difficult to create a real life character conveying a vision because all the grown up questions we could ask about this person. But it is incredibly easy to achieve a vision using a cartoon. Remember, cartoon is all about the big picture and the glossy order the details. All right, so let's look at this thing. So the point two say that you join the conversation in the viewer's head. Every one of us has a conversation going on in our head all the time. Whenever we see anything or subliminal debate wages within us, like an like earlier example of the cartoon versus a real image of the camera that you've seen. Okay. Once you receive once you receive any sensory stimuli, your subconscious mind start discussing it. Therefore, in creating any story, we should aim to stop using that conversation going on in our prospect head. Not only that, but we must establish a dialogue with the prospect to make them pay attention. I will illustrate this principle as we create our story. All right, so let's look at this point too. So let's look at um, the text versus image. If you want your viewers to pay attention with the logical part of of the brain, use speech. But if you want them to fully engage you, but if you want to fully engage viewers, coordinate images, speech with music to get full impact of the logical and emotional sides. Recognize that to make match text in presentation can be distracting. The human brain can process 275 words per minute in the written form, and it can also hear 150 words per minute. This means that putting a lot on the screen text can cause mental disconnect. Instead, season your cartoon with phrases, words to emphasize emotional triggers. This can be a very powerful way of making your viewer pay attention at your key moment in your presentation. Best length for animated video clips. The average attention span of Facebook generation is 90 seconds. And this is the time you have to get your message across. And then the first 7 seconds are the most crucial. That's when you have to convey viewers actually you are, that is when you have to convince viewers to actually continue watching. The best cartoon length is 63 to 92 seconds. Criticals start critical start 7 to 10 seconds. All right. So let's look at this length. How many words should your script have? How many words should your script have? Clip length. Okay, let's say 30 seconds. Okay, that should be 85 words. 60 seconds should be 160 words. And 90 seconds to be 230 words. So the maximum optimal length for animated video is around 90 seconds. And you should aim to get viewers' attention. Hook them within the first 7 seconds. As this when they decide to continue listening or not. All right. So the best time is okay. You should make sure that like you should hook them within that 7 seconds. That your hook. Your hook should be around that 7 seconds. Make sure that you grab their attention. Let's look at the shortest. That is how you should do your video. Your video should be short so that they can have time to read it. You should convey when you start creating, you can create it short. Then you keep on breaking them down. Okay, so it isn't if it isn't easy to write a compelling short story, it is okay to start out with a longer presentation and then cutting down, draft your story, and then read it through and edit out the non-essential. Then read it through again and cut it down. Okay, that is shortest. The more okay, so the more you raise it, you repeat, go through it, read it, then those that are not so important, we remove them, you get rid of them. Okay, you always add things later. You can add things later. The motto, okay, so the motto in the written your script is shortest. The motto in writing any script is shortest. Okay, this way you can crystallize the essential of what you want to say about losing viewers because because you have too long-winded. An additional benefit is that it forces you to be very clear about what you want to convey. All right. So remember, shorter. So this brings us to the end of the training for cartoon videos. Please make sure you take time and go through it. Okay. Always remember, shortest. Anytime you are creating your stories, make them short and convey the most important part of the story to the viewers. Okay. This brings us to the end of our training for cartoon videos. I'll be sharing with you some of the simple steps anyone can create a cartoon video. Okay, there are very easy ways to create a catchy and compelling cartoon video. If you want to know more, you can type interested in the bio. You can like in the comment section, then I'll reach out to you and I'll share with you exact strategy that you can use to create simple animated cartoon videos. All right. So thank you for being with us today. Thank you for watching this to the end. Okay. All right. Make sure you go through it at your free time and get your story. Always remember shortest. All right. Thank you.